Talk Your Podcast, your entertainment podcast for everything movies, television, video games, and more. My name is Adam.
And I'm Oliver.
All right, and today we are going over The Mandalorian, Episode 7, The Spies.
Oh my god.
Bro, it was a long episode.
52 minutes?
52 minutes of just
So much things.
just action and plot development and dude, we get Moff Gideon back.
Oh my god, I was so excited.
Finally get Giancarlo back.
Giancarlo, yeah.
From doing Kaleidoscope and
He's a little busy.
that.
He's been a little busy.
So,
And then the Kitty O'Brien's character, the betrayal, who's technically the spy.
Yeah.
That's kind of that's the beginning of the episode, by the way. Right off the bat, we just know. Oh,
and it's so crazy because you see all these things coming together and these plot lines that were excruciatingly long finally come to a fucking conclusion, climax. And then the amount of twists that they have, because at one point you're like, oh, they're gonna die, this is gonna die, because we were thinking when Armorer, again, we always talk about spoilers, but when the Armorer's
flying off, they kept referring back to it.
We thought
we still don't know. Technically, we still don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. I was expecting that ship to just get obliterated as soon as they came out of the atmosphere.
All right. What about the? Okay. I feel like we're going ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh man. So the spies, we know who the spies are. They killed someone who's into genetic cloning.
Yeah.
And I noticed that in Moff Gideon when he was walking down his layer or base, a lot of vats around everywhere. So clearly he's diving deep into this cloning process, which I appreciated. I'm glad to have him on screen. I was so happy to have him on screen. He did really well. Especially when, oh my God, when he landed.
Also, okay, so that's another thing too. So we get Moff Gideon talking to his spy, which we all knew that's what it was going to be. But we also have him talking to the rest of the Empire.
Right.
That stuck around and talking about Thrawn.
Right. Which opens up to something else we're going to talk about later.
We'll talk about the Ahsoka trailer as well, but dude.
Oh my God. I'm so excited.
To get Thrawn by the end of this season. Showing up here, going into
Ahsoka?
Into Ahsoka.
Does that mean this is the end of Mandalorian?
I don't think so.
Because that means Thrawn has to be in 2 TV shows? Is that?
No, I think he'll come in as a guest, a surprise cameo in this. But I don't think his storyline will progress until Ahsoka. So I feel like Ahsoka's story and Mando's story are gonna converge and then quickly split.
Right. Okay.
To give them off their own season 4 Mandalorian, season 1 of Ahsoka.
So for those of you that don't know Thrawn, he is an elite general commander, and he is the only alien species that Palps has ever hired because of his ingenious in terms of strategy and military stuff. So it's a crazy big deal when he was introduced. I think it was Clone Wars.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's just like Cad Bane.
And the same actor is reprising him too.
Yeah, so same actor. Same actor.
It's what DC's doing too with animated actors, which we'll talk about in another episode, but animated to live action actors and stuff like that.
Which I appreciate. I like that a lot.
So we just oh man. So then after that, we come into the Mandalorians heading off to Mandalore, getting their army together to go and take back the planet.
Wait. You skipped a part.
What'd I skip? Oh, right. So, Grogu gets a droid.
He gets IG-12.
IG-12 to operate instead of his little ship thing.
He has a fucking droid now.
And he has the ability to say yes and no, which he uses quite often.
Yes.
I love that, but also at the same time, I just hope it goes somewhere because that's just going to end up after 14 episodes of that, going to get a little.
Oh my God.
But I feel like what I told you while we were watching is watch that have some kind of just with MODOK,
it's going to be maybe a shield thing.
Yeah.
It could also I feel like the armor could improve that immensely.
So Grogu would be a Mandalorian, but by operating like a Hulkbuster army.
Oh yeah, basically.
But he'll
Full
look like
Beskar.
a Mandalorian, but it'll actually be a Grogu.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Which again, that explains so much though, because if we go into where is Grogu now, we just got confirmation that Daisy Ridley is coming back to portray Rey Skywalker again in a new movie that will be taking place 15 years after the end of the Rise of Skywalker.
Oh boy.
Which,
what do you think about that?
I feel like this is how we get Grogu into the main trilogy.
Oh.
Because let's say in this movie she's like training her old, like her people, whatever. She can't really figure it out, and she needs help. And this Mandalorian comes out of nowhere.
Oh, she's gonna be sketched up as fuck.
And then the Mandalorian like opens up, and it's older Grogu coming out to talk to her.
That'd be kind of
to
cool.
her how he learned from Luke, where she also cut her training, like someone that could relate to her,
right?
Shape and form. That is an easy way to bring him in, because if you don't want him to be killed off in the Mandalorian, which again, another thing that they did come out to say in this like big like Star Wars upfront, they released the Ahsoka trailer, but they also talked about how there's another movie that's going to be coming out that will end the era of the time frame that the Mandalorian's in.
Okay.
So whatever movie's coming out is going to be a bookend to whatever that little saga in between 4, 5, and 6, and 7, 8, 9 is.
Gotcha.
So whether that includes the Mandalorian or not, I don't know. That could just be like, hey, literally minutes after this, it might be a movie about Rey's parents and how they came to be, you know, give them some story.
Yeah.
We also got confirmation we're getting one movie that takes place back in the Old Republic.
Oh, I can't wait.
Thousands of years.
I cannot wait for the Old Republic era.
So,
oh my god.
We have confirmation of that. We know Taika Waititi's still in the works of working out his. And
there's a lot of content coming out, but is it gonna be good?
And it's definitely retooled content. They went back and changed a couple of things that they wanted to do. We also have talk of a Lando series coming out with Donald Glover.
Right.
Amazing.
Saw that. That looked dope.
I hope that's what Taika Waititi has been working
on. Maybe. That'd be a hilarious. That'd be so fucking good. Oh my god.
It would be so great. And also like with this in mind, like Grogu could show up later with Daisy Ridley as Rey. But at the end of this, we've definitely seen, like, I think they're getting to an endpoint, because after they get to Mandalore, going back into this episode, they come up against the fucking Mythazar. Just pops up out of nowhere, out of the forest.
So I don't know if that's the Mythazar. I don't know if it is. Is it?
It's got to be.
I don't, because it's like supposed to have, like, I think horns here. I don't know. I could be completely wrong.
I don't know. Whatever.
Because I feel like it would have been a bigger deal.
It was gigantic.
For like, it was huge.
And they still haven't even figured that out.
Yeah.
That's still on the surface. You know, they're underneath.
Right. That's what I was thinking. I was like, this is weird.
They escape underground, and they run into dark troopers.
Ambushed
by dark troopers.
Yeah.
Are these stormtroopers that have Beskar armor, which explains how Moff Gideon was rescued.
How he escaped.
Again, this still doesn't explain a lot. This is
no
theory based on this.
Okay, go. What do we got?
Let's just go right
now.
Go. Okay. So these dark troopers have Beskar armor, right?
Right.
They obviously had it to save Moff Gideon, which means they had it prior to when we first saw Moff Gideon before he got arrested, correct?
Okay.
So someone had to have been giving them Beskar armor.
Who do we think it is?
The armorer.
I was just about to say that.
I think it's the armorer, because it makes a lot of sense. Who would have all of it?
Yeah, so much access to it.
So much access, know how to forge it, but also has been so weird on so many things. Like, unless the armorer is like a triple agent, like betraying them by working for them.
There's got to have a really good reason.
Unless she put some kind of kink in their armor. She could have... So,
maybe because okay.
So okay, you haven't seen this, and this is gonna be slight spoilers for you. I'm sorry.
For what?
And
oh my god.
Probably some of the audience.
Okay. All right, do it.
This is one thing.
Do it.
So there's a point in The Walking Dead when it kind of seems like it's all in for Rick's group, and Negan is about to win, and they all have their guns pointed at Rick's group, about to mow them down. The moment that they do that, since prior to it, Eugene had apparently went to Negan's side and back and forth, didn't know what to do.
I remember that.
He ended up fucking with the guns to make them backfire on everybody.
Oh.
So as soon as they shot them off, everyone got shots either to the hands, their own heads, their bodies, whatever it was, and took them off guard.
Cool.
So that could be something that the armorer did, was put a chink in the armor that when they finally get to that standoff point, she's like, hold on, I can help you.
Yeah.
And or like, you know, do something about it. So like there is a possibility that there's something wrong.
Maybe like yeah. Oh,
like,
probably.
there might be at least something wrong in that armor, whether she can control it, or there's an easy way to get rid of it, or get through it, or it's not as strong as he thinks it is. Blah blah blah. So they get ambushed.
That could be.
And after they get ambushed by the Dark Troopers, they're split off, where we have everyone that joined, and then Mando, Din Djarin, outside of this wall, where they quickly get one over on him. And I thought he was going to die. I thought that they were just going to like hold him back and just in front of everyone.
I thought so too.
And just do it in front of Grogu. But no, they didn't. They just took off all his stuff, took away his weapons, and they ended up he took him to the debriefing room.
Yeah, that's apparently. I think it's just.
Them?
I think it's just going to be like interrogation, basically.
Yeah.
See where the others are, maybe.
I guess so. But why him out of all of them? You know what I mean?
I think it's a revenge thing, because in season 1, or no, season 2,
yeah,
who fucked him up?
Yeah. So then they take him to the debriefing room, and then he's asked for the Darksaber from Bo-Katan. Bo-Katan rejects, starts cutting a hole in the back,
and then
wait, and then everyone starts attacking each other. When she finally gets everyone out, she walks through, she gets out, and she gets everyone else out. She tells Paz Vizsla, come on, let's go. And he hits
this is the way
to seal them away from him, and he continues to mow down these Dark Troopers.
Bro,
and
wrecked them. All of them, actually.
Gets rid of every single Dark Trooper.
Oh my god.
Then the Royal Guard show up.
What a reference.
And our boy
gets
barbecued.
Wrecked.
Unfortunately, and he is now R.I.P. Paz Vizsla. You tried your best.
That was a solid effort, though.
Fucking bad luck of a son will somehow make it.
Those fucking Royal Guards, man, they're such bitches.
But
speaking of, so since Royal Guard, there were in, I think it wasn't Rise of Skywalker, it was the one after that. No, it was Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, that was
one,
yeah.
So.
What's the middle one? It's
Last Jedi?
Force Awakens, Last Jedi. I think they show up in Last Jedi. They've made another reference to like the newer trilogy as well. During that meeting that Moff Gideon was a part of, they mentioned a Hux, Commandant Hux, which in the new episodes is Commander Hux, played by Domhnall Gleeson. And apparently this is like Domhnall Gleeson's dad, played by Brian Gleeson.
Hey, you know what?
And they're working on something called Project Necromancer, which you can take a guess on what that is.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So that is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay. But like, okay, so Paz Vizsla is dead.
Fuck. Ugh. I did like him.
His son's out, but like the Royal Guard coming out of nowhere, first and foremost, and like they just. Where do they reside? Where are they? Where is this Royal Guard that they're pulling?
Typically by somebody like a leader figure.
Who? Thrawn?
It could be Thrawn. I mean, the only time we've seen him was with Snoke.
But
the Royal Guard is also.
Unless they're gonna prove Snoke's been around.
That could be, but Snoke. That's weird because
that means
Thrawn wasn't hired. Yeah, so unless like Thrawn's secretly hired, or unless Snoke hired Thrawn, I mean that's the only thing I can really think of. Yeah, because the Royal Guard, like they've only been seen with Palps in episode 3, and then.
Do you think being Royal Guard should get like special things compared to other people?
Yeah, dental.
Royal. Yeah, dental.
401k.
Probably some good clothing. Like, t-shirts and stuff. Speaking of nice t-shirts, Just so you guys know, we have our sponsor, True Classic Tees. As you guys can see, I'm wearing one of their plain white tees. They're tight around the sleeves and loose in the front. And they're better than those boxy shirts that you get in the supermarket or anywhere in Walmart, like what Oliver's wearing. And you don't want to look like him. Like, come on, who wants that? And but if you guys click down below into the end of the month, you have a 25% coupon for Archangel Films. Type that in below and you guys get 25% off your first order. So that's trueclassictees.com down below. All right.
And we're back.
So let's go about the Ahsoka trailer.
Okay.
Actually, let's go back one.
Wait. Rate it.
Yeah.
Also, I beat you at popcorn today.
You did beat me up. We have a thing going. Whoever drops the amount of kernels, loses. So I sometimes
he dropped one.
Knock his hand out.
Clutch catch today, though.
Clutch catch. Yeah. I was Spider-Man from that moment.
Yeah, that was crazy. All right, go. 1 out of 10.
8.5.
8.5.
8.5.
I'm gonna say. Honestly, yeah, I'm gonna have to say 10.
10.
And I keep thinking about that shot that I pointed out to you. That's definitely someone holding a camera that's not stabilized. But
Yeah.
I love those shit. I love that shit. It's so good. Love those shit.
Love those shit.
But no, it was really good. It was action packed. It was long enough for me to like digest enough dialogue, get some more lore in there, and the acting was fine. We got some references for newer things coming up. Yeah, I liked it a lot. Yeah, more than I thought I would.
That's good.
Yeah.
So we have the Ahsoka trailer.
Oh my god.
And in that trailer, we get a lot of Thrawn. We get a lot of, obviously, Ahsoka.
A lot of people from Rebels.
We get
Sabine. You get Ezra.
We get Ezra.
You get oh shit, what's the pilot name? Her? No, her. Oh shit, I should have looked it up.
We get so many people.
So many.
It's
You get Rocket. No wait, his name is his name Rocket?
no. It's not.
Something with an R.
But we get everyone that we expected from, and most of them are animation to live action.
Right.
Some of them are not. But it just it looks. Do you think it's gonna get more than one season, or do you think this is like Boba Fett?
Oh, you're like Obi-Wan, like a limited series type thing.
Obi-Wan might be getting a season 2.
I heard about that, but I don't know.
At that panel, Ian McGregor said he wanted a season.
He would do. He is Obi-Wan. Like you can't replace him. So yeah,
We should
probably
get a season 2 though. We have so much more to cover. It does not. It didn't end
Liam Neeson. Where you at?
right up to where it needs to be. You know what I mean? Like it still has a lot more room to go.
It does. Yeah. It's kind of like The Last of Us. Like we've got this gap of time that we can fill in.
Yeah.
The Ahsoka trailer, I'm pumped. I want to see Ezra's lightsaber is one of my favorites because it's a lightsaber and a blaster at the same time. And I want to see him in action.
Just Ahsoka's first twisting the lightsaber.
Yes.
Get down. That in itself just opens up so
Who taught her that? Anakin.
And there's so many. I've noticed there's so many references, or almost like
You might have to watch Rebels, dude.
like things. But no, the amount of times that Anakin's name has almost been said.
I know he's floating around.
And it's like no one wants to say it. No
It's
one
like
gets the opportunity.
it's like Voldemort. I mean, he who shot me named.
You're dead already.
What do you mean?
What I mean, scale 1 to 10. How excited are you for Ahsoka?
When does that come out?
August.
Okay. Oh, 8.
I would say 8 as well. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 8.
And we will be reviewing it when it comes out.
Horse.
Well, other than that, what's a Star Wars term to say goodbye for?
May the Force be with you. What are you, new here?
Maybe. What is this? Where are we? Where can they find you, Oliver?
You can find me on the Sphere 21 on any major social media platforms, except for TikTok, because I am Oliver Khan VA. Where can we find you, Adam?
And you can find me at Amori Photography on all social media platforms, Archangel Films for the production company, and Nerd Locker Podcast for this podcast, wherever you listen to your podcasts. And we'll see you guys next time. May the Force be with you.
Wow, you did it. Proud of you. What is loud over here? Dude, this blacktop's got. Did you just clap it?